You're listening to The Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips, where we present audiobook quality readings of the classics for your enjoyment. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, just because you're a bumpkin doesn't mean you can't be cultured. Hey, welcome to The Cultured Bumpkin, where we read poems, short stories, essays, excerpts, sonnets, in this case, and either by myself or a guest narrator, which we have several coming up. I'm really excited about featuring some different people. I put out a post on TikTok. My handle there is @JakePhillips116. I do a lot of readings from classic literature and things like that, a lot of which is not public domain. So here I'm going to keep it to public domain. But on TikTok, I don't think it's as big a deal. So I will continue to do it until someone tells me to stop. But I read a lot of stuff over there. That's newer. But here, we keep it pretty old. In this case, Sonnet 29 by William Shakespeare is pushing 400. So I think we're good on this one. Now, I really like this sonnet because it sort of starts out, and the person talking, which is you or whomever, is kind of feeling sorry for themselves, and then they think about their blessings, whatever. In this case, thy sweet love remembered. When you got someone that loves you, and it kind of makes your problems seem smaller, that kind of thing. Anyway, this is a beautiful sonnet, and I think it's a good reminder to me personally anyway, that even when things are tough and it's hard not to focus on that, if you count your blessings, it sort of, whittles your problems down to size, and you can get through the day and get over your self-pity and be thankful. So anyway, here is Sonnet 29 by William Shakespeare. When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, haply I think on thee. And then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. Isn't that good? I love that. I think that's great. Hope you liked it. Hope you like Shakespeare. I'm always, just caveat, side note, I am always suspicious of someone who doesn't like Shakespeare. It's a free country. You do what you want. You think what you want. But if someone is like, man, I don't like Shakespeare, I'm suspicious of them. Anyway, regardless of what you think of Shakespeare, I hope that you enjoyed that. And if you're not a subscriber, I would be just honored and delighted if you did subscribe to the show. And if you would rate the show, I would appreciate that so much. That helps a lot. And then if you tell a friend, that would be like the hat trick. I would just love that so much, and I would appreciate it. Or you can just keep living your life and don't do any of those things, and no skin off of my nose. I hope you have a great day either way. But if you made it this far, thank you very much for listening. I'll talk at you next time. You've been listening to The Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips. Thank you very much for listening. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, would you mind going and subscribing and leaving a nice review on whatever podcast platform you heard this on? I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.